This is Confessions on TV3. My name is Miss Nancy, and tonight she came all the way from Obuasi, and she wants to tell her story. She just wants to share it so that she can start her healing process, and also use this opportunity to have us help her find her birth mother, whom she's not seen since she was 3 years old. This is a story you'll need to hear. Just for communication purposes, I prefer to call our guest tonight Belle. Belle, you're welcome to Confessions.
Thank you.
Hi, so it's good to have you. You came all the way from Obuasi.
Yes, please.
Tell us your story.
Okay, so I was born at Aflao. That's according to the news source I had. I was born at Aflao.
Okay.
Taken away from my mom at the age of 3 by my dad to my dad's family side.
Okay.
It hasn't been easy with him, not with the family, but with him personally.
Your dad in particular?
Yes, my dad in particular. It wasn't easy because he's no more, so it's a past tense. When he took me to my grandmom's place, we lived as a family, and I was sleeping with him in the same room. But what was going on in that room wasn't something I was sharing it to any family member of mine. So it was a secret between me and him. Until one day my grandpa came to meet us in the arts.
Okay, so things were happening between you and your birth father.
Yes.
And what were these things?
We were having sex, and it wasn't my intention. He forced me to do it.
Your father was having sex with you. At what age do you recall this commencing?
Okay, so the sexual assault started when I was 3 years old. My first...
3 years? 3 years?
Yes.
1, 2, 3. You're still a toddler?
Yes.
Okay.
So that was my first encounter with him.
He actually penetrated your body at 3 years?
No. For the first time, he used a cream and the fingers. So that was what he was doing. So we moved from where my mom is to Obuasi. That was when he started using his thing.
Wow. So he started abusing you with his hands?
Yes.
Until you were, at what age did he start?
Around 7 years old.
Then he started having penetrative sex with you?
Not actually penetrated, just the surface.
He was rubbing at 6 years.
Yes.
He was rubbing the surface of your body, but he was not penetrating.
Yeah, and forcing me to do blowjob and all that.
At 6 years?
That's what I can remember. So it continued like that till my grandpa found that, and he took me from him to a different region, that's central region.
Your grandpa is your father's father?
Yes, please.
He found out that his son was abusing you?
Yes.
He caught him in the act?
Yes, one night.
Did he report to the police?
No.
He took you?
They knew what he could do, so they knew that he could do something like that.
And how do they know he could do that?
There was a history of him raping a young girl. So rape is horrible and all, but that was not his biological child.
Yes. Okay, so your grandfather took you
to central region, and he was on the hunt for me. So he found me again and took me to a different town, and my grandpa was also on the hunt for me to protect me from him. So he found me and brought me back.
Listen, I mean, this is Your grandfather took you, your dad came in and took you back.
Yeah.
And when he took you back, your grandfather came to look for you again.
Yes.
Within the period that he took you back, did he still abuse you?
No.
He didn't.
Yeah.
So he was fine when he took you from your grandfather.
Yes.
And then your grandfather still came back for you.
Yes.
Where did your grandfather take you then?
He took me back to where he came from me, to the central region where I was staying. So
Okay.
he died and my grandmom came to bring me back to Obuasi.
So you went with your paternal grandfather.
Yes.
And then until he died. So after this period, you were fine.
Yes.
So practically, he never had penetrative sex with you.
Not
He
yet.
was just using his hands and his manhood to rob you at all the wrong places.
Yeah.
In all of this, where was your birth mother?
When he took me away from her at the age of 3, I never saw her again till now.
What was her name?
Lamley.
Lamley. Is that all you know?
That's the only name I know, Lamley.
And where does she come from? Do you know where she comes from?
We were all at Aflao.
Aflao. Lamley in Aflao.
Yes.
Let me use this opportunity. If you know any Lamley in Aflao who had a girl child and gave her to her father at the age of 3 years. And the name I prefer to say now is Belle. But her birth name is Akwene. Akwene, I hope I'm pronouncing it right. A-F-F-F. You know of any such? She's been abused by her birth father. She needs to heal. She needs to know her mom and feel like she belongs. She needs to have a life. She needs to heal. This is her story, and this is Confessions on TV3. And this is heartbreaking. This content is real. This is somebody's confession, and this is her life. And we are just not here to give you entertainment. We're here to give information that would help make other parents make the right decisions. I hope another single woman watching us is aware of what this beautiful Belle has gone through and would think twice about leaving her little child with even her biological father alone. Let us go to the studio. My resource person is available. The audience are interested. We are all almost broken right here in the studio, but we will talk about it, and we hope it heals somebody's life and it touches, and we hope we find Akpene's mother in the process. See you in the studio.